Man, listen, just wanted to come on here really quick and just talk about how I've been feeling lately. I've been traveling for almost 3 weeks straight and just been back and forth, back and forth. Um, but I didn't lose sight of what I put in my body. Definitely still read ingredients and made sure I went to 100% plant based restaurants. If you don't know, I am vegan. Do I put that on anybody, push that on anybody? Absolutely not, because we're not copy and paste bodies. Whatever's good for you may not be good for someone else. I just know what's good for me. But the point is, when I wanted to make this video, is that even though I ate 100% vegan, I still ate a lot of vegan junk and at a lot of vegan restaurants because of the traveling. And for some reason, I'm just not as comfortable cooking on other people's stove than I am in my own place. I gotta get over that. I gotta figure that out. I can cook if you have a really, 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 really nice kitchen. I can do that, but I'm still uncomfortable because everybody's stove is different. Everybody's temperatures are different. I cooked with my dad last night, and we had a good time, and that's what it's all about, of course. But like some of the foods that we were cooking, like the stove just started smoking, and I'm just like, whoa. Okay, so anyway, my point is this. I'm going to have to do better when I travel. And I just don't feel as vibrant as I have been before because I cook 95% of my foods. And if you're looking to do better with what you're putting into your body, um, the foods that you do that you actually eat that you know are better for you, pay attention to how good you feel. When you're eating foods that you know you're not supposed to, pay attention to how it makes you feel. Not the first 5 to 10 minutes. Of course, it's going to make you happy, it's going to make you dance. Sugar does that. It's very deceptive, very manipulative, very misleading. You think it's the best thing, but that's only for about a few minutes, okay? Pay attention to how you feel 30 minutes after, an hour afterwards. How do you feel? Do you feel like you want something else again? Or do you want to just like throw up? What is whatever it is, how you're feeling, pay attention to that. Because I think a lot of times we don't pay enough attention to how those toxic foods make us feel long term. Way too many times, like if, I used to be a cookie monster, right? And I would get happy just thinking about cookies, just thinking about going to the store to get the cookies or just getting out of my cabinet, like happy, 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 right? That's all here, obviously. Haven't even touched the cookies. Just thinking about it made me happy. Okay, has that ever happened to you? So, once you start to eat the cookies, pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention to why you even think you wanted the cookies. Because a lot of times before it becomes habitual, um, it's also something else that you're really craving. Okay. So cravings like cookies and chips and cakes and pies, oh my, those are usually that you're craving something else. And again, this is all before it becomes habitual. Because if it's already habit, and you're wanting a bag of chips as soon as you walk through your door, that may just be a habit because you've walked through the door, right? But even before then, is it that you want um, chips because you're stressed, because you are feeling like you can't control anything else but the food, even though you really don't have control over it, right? So there's a nice thought process that you should have, a nice little dialogue that you should have with yourself before you continuously eat the foods that you may love but don't love you back. Okay? So that's my point in getting on here. Just pay attention more to how you feel. I know by the end of the second week, or even well before that, actually, when I was eating all these, my favorite vegan junk food restaurants, I was just like, I used to eat like this all the time. I can't do this anymore. I do not feel good at all. And even though it's labeled vegan, that doesn't mean that it's healthy, okay? But it was obviously one of my better choices versus going to a non vegan spot because I don't eat that anymore. I've retrained my brain to no longer desire those foods. I'm now retraining my brain to no longer want a lot of the vegan junk that is out there now, but it's a process. Don't force yourself into it. That doesn't work. We know that's limited time. It doesn't last long. But it's a retraining of the brain, a step by step, and it's something that I've come up with. That was my doctorate. That's my PhD in educational psychology and research. And I've come up with a system to help people step by step retrain their mind to no longer desire chitlins or chicken or cheese or things like that. That's what I did for myself. Then I did it for family members. Then I did it for what is now called clients. So if there's some foods that have a hold on you, let me know. I want to help you because it feels really good to be amazing. Like, it just feels amazing to be on the other side. It feels amazing to no longer be in a toxic relationship with food. Has anyone ever been in a toxic relationship with a human? Anybody? I have. And the funny thing is, it's like once I became more aware of this relationship and how it wasn't serving me, I was like, I can definitely get up out of this for sure. Sorry, hold on. You guys got dim for a second. Okay. All right. I have a weird sugar issue, or I have weird sugar issues. They don't find diabetes or hypoglycemia, but I get extremely hungry every 2 hours and become almost violent without food. I don't know why. I am not eating terrible food all the time. And hi. All right, Galaxy, Normad, I appreciate your comment. And there's not a whole lot that I can say to you right now that can just be like, it's a magical pill. There's no such thing. No such thing as a magical pill. There's no such thing as one thing that I can say to you. Like I said, it's a step by step process, okay? So, to begin your journey of letting go of this relationship that you have with sugar, um, pay attention to when you want it. Pay attention to you want when you want it, because this is going to cause you to start journaling now, because it's going to be very difficult to remember all these different times that you want it. So, cravings are all of a sudden. True hunger is gradual. I'll say that again. Cravings are all of a sudden, and true hunger is gradual. And I use air quotes with all of a sudden is because it's not out of nowhere. It feels like it, but it's not out of nowhere. So if you get a craving for sugar, a donut, cookie, whatever that it is, usually something happened and to make you want to desire that. So is it a specific cravings are very specific too. So if you have to have this one particular donut from this one particular place, that's more likely nostalgia, memories, craving a period of time in your life that maybe things were easier, maybe things were just more angelic and you were around family or something. It's very much usually attached to a period in your life where things were much better than what they are now. Okay? So that's what I want you to start journaling, or if you want to actually get out of this toxic relationship with sugar, start journaling and realize when you want these moments. So, just because your body is like calling for something, that doesn't mean you have to pick up the phone to answer. Did you get that? Just because there is a calling, your body is calling for something, that doesn't mean you have to answer. Now, I know that's easier said than done. So, when your body is calling for something, The most powerful thing that you can do is pause. Pause. Okay? Pause and say out loud, what a pleasure. I got this wisdom from Kabbalah. Yes, Kabbalah wisdom, okay? It says, pause, what a pleasure. If you are not familiar with David Guillaume, Ghiym, it's, he does an amazing job with helping people just get out of the mindset of um, instant gratification. Okay. So I specialize in the psychology of eating. He does more like relationships, but a lot of things that he says can be transferred into your relationship with food. So pause, say out loud, what a pleasure. It's like, okay, it makes you just kind of slow down for a second and try to listen to your body and say what's going on and try to hear what's going on. What just happened? Was it a smell that just triggered something? Was it a person that you just saw or a person that reminded you of someone else? Reminded you of your mother, your father, your cousin, sister, whomever? Figure out, just pause long enough to honor your body and figure out, like, okay, what was that? I often get a whiff of something and it smells like fifth grade bus seats. I know. Fifth grade bus seats. Like, I don't know what it is, but it just takes me back to a time where things were just simpler and things were just more enjoyable because adulting, who likes that every single day? But no, it's a blessing though. It's definitely a blessing. Don't complain about anything that you may be going through now. Like, all of it happens for us. But yeah, so hopefully that helps you. I could tell you a whole lot of other things on top of this, but the problem when we're trying to change our relationship with food and improve our relationship with food, we try to do too much at one time and we get overwhelmed and then we just go back to the couch and be like, man, forget all that. This is what we do. Okay? Because the brain gets overstimulated in the negative way and the brain is like, hey, we don't do that. What we do is we sit on the couch and we eat cookies. We eat whole boxes of Captain Crunch. We chill out. We watch movies. We don't do those kind of things. So start with just a handful of things that I suggested and then go from there. Okay. If anybody wants to get a little bit further assistance, maybe something a little bit more specific to you, join me in my Skool, Skool. The name of my program is called Fat Up, Break Bad Sugar Habits, or Break Up with Your Bad Sugar Addiction, something like that. I don't know. You'll see me, my profile. I got my belly hanging out, and then the other picture, it's snatched. So, yeah, I have to improve my relationship with food. Another thing that you can do for sugar addictions, a lot of times your body is deprived of minerals. So sea moss helps, but before you take sea moss or before you buy it, look at my video on YouTube on my channel to see if you qualify to take sea moss. Okay, there's some people, only a handful of you guys, that should not take sea moss at all. So make sure that you're not one of those people. And there's only two suppliers that I trust to buy my sea moss from, and I used to sell it, but no longer. Like, I don't have time for physical products. Um, but I used to buy it from them, and so now you get the middleman out, and you get it for a lesser price. But yeah, um, yeah, check out that video. Just type in CMOS for my search. I only have like maybe two videos on it. And it's like 12 minutes long, and you'll get a lot of value out of it. Okay. All right, you guys, pay attention to how you're feeling before you eat food, while you're eating the food, and 30 minutes to an hour afterwards, and see how your body is truly responding. Because a lot of times we don't even know because we're eating distracted, we're not paying attention, we're eating so fast, so fast, so fast. We're not giving our bodies time enough for our bellies to talk to our brain and say, hey, we've been full for about 20 minutes now, but you're still eating. We got to help our bodies out, you guys. Okay. Anyway, that's my time. I just wanted to come on and just tell you guys how I've been feeling doing all this eating out with vegan junk food. I'm excited to go to the grocery store. I just got back home and I'm excited to go to the grocery store tomorrow and grocery shop and get some greens in my body. I'm excited. At one point, I was addicted to the sugar. I was addicted to the chitlins. I was chicken, the cheese, all of that stuff. Don't want any of that. And right now, I don't even want any fried oyster mushrooms. Don't want any of that. I just want some fruits and vegetables how they come. I'm not trying to make them taste like anything for the next several weeks, maybe even several months. Okay? I'm not trying to brag whatsoever. That was not my life a handful of years ago. What I'm telling you is that you too can start desiring green fruits, beautiful colored vegetables, all of those things. You can do that as well. It just takes a little time. Give yourself some grace. And if you want to speed and expedite yourself there a little bit quicker, you can join my step by step program. But if not, just take things a little bit slower. It may take you about a year or so. Okay. But at the end of the day, you got to do the work. You have to do the work. Okay. You got to do the work. Yeah, there's only so much I can do, but a lot of satisfied clients. Hit the subscribe button so I can come back in here on here and give you guys some additional gems every day. And yeah, hopefully I get to see you guys in my school. Subscribe, share, like all that good stuff. I'll see y'all tomorrow for Think Thursdays at 4. Think Thursdays at 4 Eastern, 3 o'clock Central. All right, deuces. Let me know what y'all want to talk about too. Let me know in the comments. All right, see ya.